How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having an awesome day. Today, we're going to be looking at some Barbarian Camp Destructions, but first, you guys always wonder how many points I get per raid weekend. This weekend, got 1,535, completed 7 raids, 56 districts, 146 attacks, and about almost 600,000 capital peak loot. And that is in Master 1 League. So, take that as you will. Got 31,000 points from attacking 3 barbarian camps and 2-shotting each of those. So this is post balance changes, and we're still going in with the old faithful balloon graveyard air spam strategy. So of course we're going to be clearing a path to try and get into the core of the base. Going to be dropping down the graveyards over the air bombs and the rocket artilleries. Very important to take those out, because those defenses will absolutely shred your balloons if you're not paying attention. So now that we've taken out the most important left-hand rocket artillery, so we got that out of the way, we're going to be watching to take out the isolated air bombs that we can directly target with our balloons. It's very, very nice, especially on somewhat of a default layout. And now we are mostly just focused on the core of the base, seeing what else we can take out. Our air skeletons just barely don't take out the rock artillery, but it is like 1 health away, so we use our zap spell, get that taken care of. So now we've taken out 2 rock artilleries and 2 air bombs, which is kind of crazy. So just gonna take out some of the trash buildings with the barbarian, and the goal on the first attack with using this strategy is to take out at least 2. You have to take out at least 1 of the 5 big splash defenses, the rock artilleries and the air bombs. Ideally you want to take out 2, or at least create really good direct pathing for your second attack, so that maybe 1 pack of balloons can take out a rock artillery or an air bombs. You also want to try and get around like 35% of the base taken out. So hopefully you have all those parameters set up for the second attack, and then you can just easily clean up the barbarian camp. Typically, the balloons will have a pretty easy time if there is around 6,000 points remaining or less. Very easy for the rocket balloons to clean up. Once you get to 6,500, it starts to get a little interesting. Sometimes the balloons will take it out easily, sometimes it'll be very close. And then if you have a barbarian camp that has 7,000 or more points available, it might not actually get taken down on that second attack. Depends, of course, on the setup and your preparation, but just let you know, if you see a base that has 7 or even 8,000 points available, it's going to be very, very tricky to take that base out. So, we've got sort of a, sort of like a back end base where all the defenses are sort of in the corners. But we're going to be going with the same strategy, the same ideas to clear the pathing, place the graveyard spells over the air bombs and the rock artilleries. Ideally the ones that you won't be able to get to in the first attack. So my goal is to take out this air bombs in the middle of the base, and take out the rock artillery on the left hand side. Going in with a few packs of balloons. Then we did bring in some rams so that we can take out these walls, so that as we destroy these defenses and trash buildings, we're able to open up deployment. And as we can see, there are no other really segments of walls that we have to worry about. So we'll be able to open up and get all the way into the core of the base on that second attack. So took out 1 rock artillery, took out 1 air bombs. We have a few packs of balloons left, so could be trying to sneak in a pack over here on the left hand side, since there's very little air coverage. Gonna be able to directly target an air bombs on this right hand side of the base. So now we've taken out 2 air bombs, so now we're looking really, really good. So now we have 1 more pack of balloons. Might as well use it to take out 1 more air targeting defense, usually a spear thrower or an air defense. They're not usually that hard to deal with, so you can take one of those out very easily. What do we have left here? Aha! We have one of the barbarians and a ram barbarian somehow still alive, so got some good value from them. So now when we look at the second attack, while there is 6,500 points available, we only have 2 defenses to worry about. So now we can pretty much use our graveyards wherever and if you are fortunate enough to have this preparation done on the first attack, you can use your graveyard spells to be sort of in the area where your balloons are going to go, like right away, so that as your balloons enter that area, they'll also have some of the benefits from the graveyard spell Skeletons to distract defenses, and then you can sort of tag team, let the Skeletons distract, sneak in the balloons behind, destroy the defenses, just push through the base. Only thing to watch out with that is if there's only defenses or if there's only trash buildings. Your air Skeletons will only target the first thing in their way. So if there's a bunch of trash buildings, your balloons are going to fly past the Skeletons, and then the Skeletons will not really have anything to distract for. So there we had a little bit of an interesting thing where our last defense that we took out was an air bombs. So that's usually the most deadly thing that you can have happen on an air attack. You want to take out those air bombs and those rock artilleries as soon as possible, but we sort of came in from the right hand side of the base, and it just so happened that that last air bombs was the last thing. I thought for sure the air Skeletons would take them out, but apparently not. So got another very nice 2-shot, and now we'll take a look at the last one. Another Barbarian Camp 2-shot. This one more of a default layout. We have a couple of the wall segments still connected, but it does not look like these guys have moved anything around, and it is a little bit weaker of a Barbarian Camp. You know, typically Barbarian Camps around 30,000, or sorry, around 10,000 aren't too difficult at Capital Peak level 10. Once the Barbarian Camps are, you know, it's like 10,500 or even 11,000, then they do start to become a little bit trickier as all of these defenses are starting to get maxed out. But as you can see, pretty much nothing is maxed out on this district, so we're gonna have a very easy time. Use the same trick on the left hand side to take out that rock artillery. You know, essentially we deploy 3 packs of balloons right onto the rock artillery. They sort of split, take out the Tesla and that rapid rockets on the left hand side. Then we're gonna be taking out this air bombs, and then we're able to even take out the other rock artillery since it is on the edge of the base. So all that we have left is 1 air bombs for the second attack. It's kind of crazy. So you guys know, if you've been watching, we know that we will be able to very easily take out this base, especially since it is now under 6,000 points remaining. So we will see that we are deploying the graveyard spells over the giant packs of air targeting defenses. Since we already have a graveyard spell over the air bombs, we don't really have to worry about that. Only thing we have to do is clear a path for our balloons to hopefully get in closer into the base. So we do have the minions going in to the core, trying to clear some of the trash buildings out. Now we're able to really just sort of directly target each of those air defenses with our balloons, and we do take out that central air bombs. Now there's nothing left but the cleanup, essentially, because we have a whole parade of balloons and even 2 in reserve at the moment to take out the last air defense. With that going down, Skeletons are starting to work on the cleanup. We get a very nice 2-shot. But as you can see, you know, just 2-shotting 1 district in 3 separate raids can get you quite a lot of Capital Peak points and help out your clan immensely. So I think if you saw at the beginning of the video, this was the second highest point total in my clan. The only one higher was I was trying to set up some